So chapter 19, and Pasuk says that Shaul ran away, David ran away, and Pasuk 18, David barach v'imalet vayavo es Shemuel haramata. So he runs away where? He runs to Shemuel at Ramah, and he says to Shemuel everything that happened to him. Shaul is looking to kill me. What do I do? So now Shemuel, he speaks to David, and he hangs around with him, he stays with him. And now what happens is that people tell that tell Shaul, yo, we know where David is. David is in Nayot, in Ramah, and he sends messengers to arrest David. When they get there, what do they see? They see over there, Vayarav et la'akat nevi'im nibeim, u'Shmuel omed nitzav alehem. He sees a group of prophets prophesying, u'Shmuel standing erect, overseeing them, and they also prophesied. People told Shaul, and he sent other messengers, but they also got there, they also prophesied, meaning they got into this trance of prophecy, and they weren't able to do what Shaul sent them to do. So he sent one group, they got stuck there prophesying, and then he sent another group, they also got stuck there prophesying.
What does that mean?
They all got prophecy.
Group of
Yeah. It means that they were experiencing divine message, and when you're doing that, it's like you know how people sometimes when they're online, but they're away from the computer, away from the keyboard, they're not responding. Hello, are you there? Answer me. But it says online, but he's not answering you. He's away from the keyboard. So the same thing over here. And
are they all seeing the same images? Or
yeah,
this is just
yeah.
one thing?
They were all sharing the same vision, and they were occupied to the point where they were not able to report back in a timely fashion. So therefore, Shaul got nervous. It should have been a 1, 2, 3 thing, and they didn't get back, so he had to send another group, and another group, and another group. And he sent a third group. Even then, that was already, they got stuck there. So he got upset. Shaul went to Ramah himself. He starts asking people, where's Shemuel? Where's David? Give me them. I want to speak to them. I want to see them. Someone said they're in Nayot and Ramah. He goes there. ותהי עליו גם הוא רוח אלוקים וילך הלוך וינפח בו בניות ברמה. Shaul himself also prophesizes, and until he arrives in Nayot Ramah, and he prophesies before Shemuel, and he says, therefore people said, wow, Shaul is also a prophet. Look, he also got a prophecy. But the point is that you see again, that no matter what Shaul is doing, Hashem is always protecting David, and he makes always something come up. That gave a chance to David to flee again. And chapter 20 starts where he runs away to somewhere else, and he comes before Yonatan. He says to Yonatan, listen, what am I going to do already? Your father wants to kill me, I can't continue like this. What do you recommend I do? What did I do wrong to him? Why does he want to kill me? So Yonatan said, Chalila lo tamut, what do you mean? It's a horrible thing. You shouldn't die. My father, he always tells me everything he's going to do. So as long as I'm here, I'm going to be your informant. I'm going to tell you what my father's planning. It's never going to happen to you. Don't worry. I'll never hide anything from you. I'll never betray you. So Yonatan says to him this information, and David says, listen, we're going to swear to each other, and we're going to always be there for each other and help each other. And Yonatan tells David, Ma tomar nafshecha eseh lach. Whatever you say, I'll do for you. Don't worry. So now they gave some time, and now they want to see if Shaul's still looking to kill David. So now they're going to do a test. He says, David says to Yonatan, tomorrow, chodesh machar, tomorrow's a new moon, is a new month, and vanochi yashav eshev im hamelech le'echol. Every Rosh Chodesh, he used to make a meal with all his constituents. So he says, listen to me, let me leave, I'll hide in the field to the 3rd of the month, and if your father says something at the Rosh Chodesh meal, oh, why is David, where's David, like I want him, so now we're going to see if he wants me to be with him, or he wants to kill me still. So what does he do? David says, you should say to him, David asked me to let him run to his hometown Beit Lechem, because he's having a Rosh Chodesh meal over there, and if he says, good, So then, okay, that means he's at peace with me. But if he gets angry, so that means that that's it. He has an evil decree on me, and there's nothing to do with him. He's my enemy, sworn enemy, and that's it. He said, do me this favor, help me find out. And listen, if I did anything wrong, David says to Yonatan, if I did anything wrong, kill me yourself. If I'm wrong and Shaul has a good reason to kill me, so everybody should kill me. Why only Shaul? So therefore, Yonatan said, no problem. That you didn't do anything wrong, I'm going to help you. And then, how are you going to let me know? How are you going to tell me, says David. David says to Yonatan, how are you going to tell me that your father says negative or good? He says, now they're going to do this thing with the arrows. What is he going to do? So Yonatan says, we'll go to the field, we'll speak by the field. And he says, if my father wants to harm you, or he wants to, do good to you, I'm going to go and give you a signal. What's the signal? The Pasuk says, Machar Chodesh, ושילה שתרד מאוד, באת למקום שנסתת שם, וישבת אצל אבן העזל. Says you're going to go far into the field, you're going to sit by the marker stone, there's this big boulder over there that everybody knows. I'm going to shoot three arrows in that direction as if I'm trying to hit the stone. And then I will say to my servant, go bring the arrows. And the arrows are on this side. And he says, if you find all the arrows on that side, so then that means it's a sign that Hashem is with you and everything's going to be okay and Shaul is okay with you. But if the arrows are beyond you, so that means that Hashem's still sending Shaul against you. Meaning, if it's before the stone, next to the stone, it's good. If it's past the stone, it's way ahead of the stone, so that means it's not good. So therefore, you're going to see from the signal, my message to you, what it means. So he hid it. They hid it by the new moon. He didn't go to the meal that Rosh Chodesh Shaul usually makes. And he goes and he sees that the David's seat is empty. Shaul said nothing. He thought it was a coincidence. The next day, second day Rosh Chodesh, he sees it's also empty. He asks his son Yonatan, where's son Yishai? And he says to him, oh, David asked to go to Bethlehem. And then Shaul got angry. And he said, what is this? Look what he calls his son. V'yomer lo ben na'avat amirdut. He says, son of a pervertedly rebellious woman. Do I not know that you chose son of Yishai to your own shame and the shame of your mother's nakedness?
He says this to
Yonatan. He says to Yonatan. Wow. Yeah, he gets upset at Yonatan. He says,
perverted woman, son is his wife.
Good. So that's a very good question. So he says that he's perverted because he's as if he's from somebody else's family. What is this? You're betraying me. You're with David. He senses that Yonatan is with David, right? So what does this mean? He's rebuking him. He's saying that basically that you're helping the enemy. You're going against the king. You're going against your own father. You're going against the family. What are you doing? What's wrong with you? So therefore, then he says, for all these days the son of Yishai is alive. You and your kingdom will not be established. And now send me and bring him to me, for he's deserving of death. He says, listen, you think you could get away with this? I'm not going to let you be king till you bring me him. And he says, and Yonatan said to his father, but listen, why should he die? What did he do? Shaul got so mad. The pasuk says, even to Yonatan he was going to kill. He was going to kill him. So Yonatan realized that his father has decided to kill David. Yonatan left the table. He was very saddened. The fact that his father was even willing to smite him, even in front of everybody, he was willing to do that. So he really lost it. He was very, very sad. Yonatan went in the field, and he went and he gave a signal with the arrows to David. But you see that slowly and slowly, more and more of Shaul is crumbling. Even his own son, he's actually losing. So we're going to see the commentaries over here. So look at this. It's interesting that you point out that why did he call him that? So look at this. It says that Yonatan told Shaul that he gave David permission to leave. So Shaul got upset and he called him Ben Navat Martut. So really, the halachic ruling is only men from Moab are not allowed to marry the Jewish people, but a Moabite woman is allowed to marry the Jewish people. And the sage is saying, what's the reason? Because they didn't come to give us water and food, right? So the Gemara says that's a fault of the men. The women are not supposed to go out and give water and speak in public and address newcomers, whatever. That's the men's job, right? So he says that that's the reason why David is a kosher Jew, because Ruth was a Moabite woman. So therefore, this logic gives the reason why it was okay that Boaz married her. And then we had a story with Pelegish Bekiva. Remember, we have the story where the surviving men of Binyamin didn't have ability to marry anybody. They were getting smaller and smaller, and eventually one day the decree broke, and they were allowed to marry out, right? So what happens is Shaul, he was from Binyamin. So he was also from in that problem of he wasn't able to get a wife because there was a decree against his whole tribe. So ended up being that he was very shy and reserved, and ended up being that very, very miraculously he was able to get a wife, and people in Binyamin barely almost went extinct. There was almost no ladies for them to marry. So Shaul didn't take anyone. Actually, his wife found him, and it was like it was very, very hard for him to get a wife. So Shaul was hinting to Yonatan that by choosing Ben Ishai, by you going with David and not going with me, that shows that you believe David is kosher. You believe that the woman, Moabite women, are kosher to come to Am Yisrael, and therefore it's not their fault that they didn't bring the water. So you see that women are supposed to be tzanua. Women are not supposed to come out and look and to engage and to be part of the public eye. So he says, now what you're making me look like, right? Because I couldn't find a woman. I was shy and I was reserved, and my shevet wasn't allowed to take any woman. They took us in. It's not that we wanted to. They didn't let us take them. They took us in. So you're making me look bad. Meaning you're saying David is good because the Moabite women are tzanua. You're making your mom and you're making me look like we're bad because the wife took me. I didn't take them. You understand? So that's the opposite. And also he says that he called Yonatan the son of the woman who transgressed the cherem, as because he felt bad that he got married even though it wasn't allowed. He got married in a time where no one was allowed to take the daughters from the sons from Binyamin. How did the decree break in that time? It just started happening. The men who had daughters started taking men from Binyamin, and they just started, and eventually it just broke. Whatever, they started doing it even though it wasn't allowed. So he says, look. Now I realized the fact that you're betraying me and you're going with David, that shows that, look, this is the blemish caused from that. See, I got married in a way that wasn't supposed to be necessarily. So look, the blemish came out in you. You're the son of the rebellious woman. And then and now the fact that this is happening to him, so now he realized that he messed up for doing that. That's when potentially Shaul was thinking. But really, what did he do already? What did he do that was Mored Malchut? What did he do already? That's what David kept asking. Well, what did I do? Tell me what I did. If I'm Mored Malchut, so you yourself kill me, Yonatan. Why do I have to have Shaul kill me?
The king wants to kill David, and he went against that. And he saw that he's actually helping.
So Shaul, in his mind, maybe he cooked up a reason why David's Mored Malchut. Yeah. So then he's looking to kill him, and Yonatan is not fulfilling that. You're letting the guy run away, so I should kill you. Well, you're not listening to me, right? But at the end of the day, Shaul was coming from nowhere. What did David do? David did everything perfect. Yeah, right. But and then we're going to see later that Doeg informs about how David is in the city of Nov, and then they're assisting David to survive because they gave him food. So you see that what comes out that over there they did judge the whole city as Mored Malachut, and they do end up killing the whole city, and that was wrong. That's how Doeg loses Olam Haba, because he spoke a Shon Hara and he caused the whole city to die, and they weren't really Mored Malchut. They were innocent people. David was the anointed one. They were supposed to help him. The whole story is backwards, right? So that's the power of wicked people, that they know how to speak so sly and slick-tongued that they could twist the whole thing on its head, and that's like a lot of in politics it happens also. They know how to spin the whole thing and talk and make it dramatic as if you're the wrong one. How dare you, and how dare you, and how dare you. And that's the power of the hashis in the tongue. And a person has to not be worried what people say, but rather what he should do and what they do. Baruch Adonai.